Welcome back everyone to Game Zone Bird Room.
Game Zone Bird Room.
Hello.
Game Zone Bird Room.
And of course, it's not the Game Zone Bird Room without my babies. What have I got for you today, guys? Well, again, it's the Hyperkin HDMI cable, this time for the N64.
First up, we have the AV cable that came with the original system. Oh, it's a bad start, isn't it? Anyway, back on to what I think. You know, the colours are a little bit washed out, a little bit blurry, as you expect on a HDTV. But overall, it's, you know, it serves its purpose. We just know the N64 can do better. Deserves to be sharper. Do love this game. Right then, let's do a direct comparison with the HD cable. Again, you can see that, you know, it's much darker, but the visuals are sharper, which is nice. You know, overall, it doesn't look half bad. But, you know, it's Mario, and it's supposed to be a beautiful, bright, colourful game, you know, with crazy characters. But, you know, it is an improvement. It is a big improvement over the AV cable. On the next game, we're introduced the SCART, the HDMI box, the converter box. Again, first up is the AV. Love this game. I thought the water effects were so realistic at the time. I mean, it still looks pretty good now. Love this part of the game as well, the stunts. Anyway, the picture's all right. You know, it is again blurry. We've come to expect that from the AV cable on HD TVs. That was a good flip. Yeah, not much to be said really. I mean, we always want the best out of our games consoles, don't we? You know, they're pride possessions. So next up is the converter box. Immediately, you can tell the writing is sharper. The colours are a lot more. There's a lot more pop to it. Maybe a little over saturated. but it looks really sharp. I'm so pleased with this little converter box. The only problem I find with it is it gets hot very quickly. But look, it looks really nice. Look at the water effect as well. Massive improvement over the AV cable. So here we have the 3-in-1 HDMI cable. Don't know if it shows up, but there is some vertical lines on that light blue background. Don't know if that will show up on the capture card. I mean, as you can tell, the writing is sharp. Again, you come to expect this now from this cable. The picture is quite dark. I mean, it doesn't do anything particularly wrong with this cable. It's just the colours that are messed up. Which is a real shame, because it's not a true interpretation of what the original output could do. Real shame. First up, as usual, is the AV cable. This is my second favourite wrestling game of all time. The amount of wrestlers that were on it. Some true legends in it as well. And best of all, the full player mode. Especially the Battle Royale. Had a lot of good fun playing this game back in the day. A main event match anywhere. Bret Hart versus Sting. Anyway, yeah, with the AV cable, bit washed out. I mean, this is, the colour's bright, you know, how it should look. It is a bit blurry, but an AV was never meant for high dev TVs. Very old technology. Alright, Sting. Beating the crap out of me. Yeah, it was one of the best moves Nintendo made, was to make it 4 players out of the box. With the Saturn and the PlayStation, you'd have to buy a multi-tap. But with this, multiplayer right out of the box. Good thinking, Nintendo. Oh, he's literally beating the crap out of me. This was such a good time for wrestling. The Monday Night Wars. Both companies producing their best stuff. First blood match. Whoever bleeds the first is the loser. Oh, look at that straight away. Next up, look at that. Look at the way it pops. Really stands out. Writing is crisp. Overall, you know, the presentation, it looks sharper. I mean, for £22, this converter box is bloody brilliant. Yeah, the Sting character really found his feet when he went into the Crow type character. I mean, I liked the bright, colourful Sting as well, but I don't know, he really, I think some of his best matches, best work was the Crow Sting. And poor Brett, he was just so unutilised in WCW. They did not know what to do with his character, bless him. Oh, there it is, the end of the match. Let's just give him another whack a few more times, for good measure. And finally, we have the 3-in-1 HDMI cable. Again, you know, the writing's clear. Picture does look sharp. Again, the same problem. The colour's very dark. Which is a real shame. But as I said before, if you've got no way to play your old console, you just want to use it. I mean, the cable, you know, it's pretty decent value for money. You know, it supports all three consoles. And you know, and you do get an improved picture over the AV cable. I mean, it all depends what you want to use it for. And it's plug and play, it works well, you know, it does the job. It does do the job. Right, back to my ugly boat.
Again, this isn't my final thought on the overall product. This is just an overview on how it performed for the N64. And to tell you the truth, I wasn't really that impressed with it. I mean, it's head and shoulders better than the AV cable that came, you know, that's supplied with the system. And obviously, if you've got no way of playing with the AV cable, then it's a great little buy. But again, you know, it's the colour palette that's just messed up. And when I was doing my research on it, a lot of the people who was leaving feedback said the same thing. So this is a Hyperkin problem. It's not your consoles that's messing up the colour. It's sloppy workmanship, really. You know, they might release a later version of it that sorts it out, but the cable at the moment it's not particularly good, especially for the N64. If you got the SCART HDMI adapter, I wouldn't even bother buying the cable, to tell you the truth. But again, as I just said, if you need it to connect to HDMI TV, you know, HDTV, buy it. You know, £34.99. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I will say this. I don't know if you can tell on the actual video, but Wave Race, there was vertical lines. I don't know if you can tell that on the capture card, but yeah, there there was some vertical lines on the, especially on the light blue background. Anyway, guys, that's my overview for the N64. If you've got a SCART HDMI box, I wouldn't bother with it. If you enjoyed the video, guys, remember to button bash that like, subscribe, take it easy.
Game Zone Bird Room.